Waking up to an alarm clock that jerks you out of sleep before the sun's even up. Rushing through your morning, half awake, grabbing whatever breakfast you can eat in the car. Sitting in traffic, scrolling through social media, dreading the day ahead. Then walking into a job where your time, your energy, your potential, all of it is used to build someone else's dream. And at the end of the month, you're just trying to make ends meet. If any of that sounds familiar, you're not alone. That's the rat race. And let's be honest, most people are stuck in it. Not because they're lazy, not because they're not smart, but because they were never shown another way. The good news? There is another way. And today, I'm going to walk you through exactly how to escape it. No fluff, no get-rich-quick nonsense. Just real talk, real steps, and real stories from people who've done it. Let's go. What is the rat race, really? The rat race is a system, and it's designed to look normal. You're taught from a young age. Get good grades, go to college, get a stable job, climb the ladder. Maybe you save a little for retirement, go on a few vacations, buy a house with a mortgage that'll last 30 years. And then maybe, if nothing goes wrong, you can finally enjoy freedom when you're old. But here's the catch. By the time you retire, the best years of your life are behind you. Your energy's gone, your time is gone, your dreams are shelved, and worst of all, no one told you it was optional. The rat race is about trading time for money. It's about working just enough to pay your bills, living paycheck to paycheck, and feeling like you're constantly trying to catch up. You feel stuck, not because you're not working hard, but because you're stuck in a system that rewards survival, not freedom. But there's a different game you can play, and it starts with how you think. Step 1, change your mindset. Escaping the rat race doesn't start with money. It starts with how you see money. Most people are trained, literally trained, to think like employees. Obey the rules, don't ask questions, and show up on time. Be grateful you have a job. Work hard for 40 years and then retire on what's left. But the people who break free, they ask better questions. They see things differently. Let me tell you about Lisa. She was 28, working at a respected bank in a corporate job. From the outside, it looked like she had it made. Salary, benefits, nice apartment, stable future. But inside, she felt trapped. Like she was wasting her potential, like something was missing. One day she read Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and everything shifted. She realized she'd been taught to work for money instead of letting money work for her. So she started learning, watching YouTube videos, listening to podcasts, reading books. She made a decision. I don't want to work for someone else for the next 40 years. Within a few years, she had side income, investments, and the freedom to walk away from her job. Not because she hated it, but because she no longer needed it. The truth is, your mindset is your operating system. If you're running on outdated beliefs, you'll stay stuck. Start thinking like an owner, like a creator, like someone who controls their time, not sells it. Step 2, live below your means. This is where things get real. The truth is, most people can't escape the rat race, not because they don't make enough money, but because they spend everything they make, and then some. Lifestyle inflation is one of the biggest traps. You get a raise, you upgrade your car. You get a bonus, you plan a vacation. You start making more money, and suddenly you're spending like someone who's already free, but you're still locked in. Johan, a 32-year-old from Rotterdam, realized he was deep in this cycle. He had a good job, a flashy car, a beautiful apartment, and no savings. Worse, he had 20,000 euro in credit card debt. He hit a wall, couldn't sleep at night, and had constant stress. So he made a decision: simplify. He sold the car, canceled the gym he didn't use, cut out the takeout, moved into a smaller flat. Within 18 months, he paid off all his debt and was saving over 1,200 euro a month. Not glamorous, but powerful. Here's the thing. Frugality isn't about being cheap. It's about buying freedom. Every euro you don't spend on liabilities is a euro you can invest in your future. Step 3, build multiple income streams. Now that you've cleared space, financially and mentally, it's time to start building. If your only source of income is your job, you're always one bad day away from crisis. That's not freedom, that's risk. True freedom comes from income that keeps flowing, even when you stop working. Jamal is a 25-year-old student. While studying, he started experimenting with ebooks. He wrote a guide about free AI tools, posted it online, and sold it for a few euros. Nothing fancy, but people bought it. Month 1, €300. Month 2, €700. Now he's got 5 products and makes over €2,000 a month, passively. He still goes to class, still studies, but now he's building assets. The difference? He's no longer just trading time. He's creating systems. Whether it's writing, investing, flipping products, doing freelance gigs, the key is to create value once and get paid for it over and over again. Step 4, invest smartly. Making money is one thing. Keeping it and growing it is another. If you're just letting your money sit in a bank account, you're actually losing value thanks to inflation. You need to put your money to work. Back to Lisa. After saving up her first few €1,000, she started investing in index funds. Nothing fancy. No day trading. No stock picking. Just consistent automated investing into ETFs every month. And it added up. Over 4 years, she built nearly €15,000 without stressing about the market. You don't need to be a financial expert. You just need a simple, boring, consistent plan. Invest in assets that grow, assets that produce income, assets that pay you, not the other way around. Step 5, upgrade your environment. Here's one people massively underestimate. You can have the best plan in the world, but if you're surrounded by people who don't get it, who pull you down, who say just be happy with what you have, then your energy dies. You need to be around people who stretch you. Peter, 40 years old, was the successful one in his circle, but he felt empty. So he started connecting with people online, through forums, meetups, and even in YouTube comment sections. Eventually, he found a few like-minded people. They shared goals, shared ideas, built something together, and now they're running an online business. He didn't find that in his office. He found it by changing who he listened to. Your environment is like soil. You can't grow if you're planted in the wrong place. Escaping the rat race isn't just about quitting your job or making passive income. It's about creating a life that actually feels free, a life you want to wake up to. Because here's something most people don't realize. Even after they reach financial independence, they keep living on autopilot. Still busy, still stressed, still filling their calendar with things that don't matter. That's why this step is so important. You need to pause and ask yourself, if I had complete freedom, no money stress, no time pressure, how would I live? What would my ideal day look like? Where would I live? How much would I work, if at all? Who would I spend time with? Financial freedom without direction often leads to burnout in disguise. But when you combine freedom with clarity, that's when life starts to feel truly rich, not just in money, but in meaning. So don't just build a way out of the rat race. Build a life you're genuinely excited to live once you're free. Bonus, time is your greatest asset. A lot of people say, I'll start when I have more money. But here's the truth. Money comes and goes. Time? That's the one thing you never get back. If you're young, you have an unfair advantage, compound growth. The earlier you start, even with small amounts, the more powerful your results will be later. And if you're not young, then you have experience, discipline, and urgency on your side. That's your edge. Whatever your situation is, the best time to start was yesterday. The second best time is right now. The rat race isn't just a system, it's a story people tell themselves. That this is just how life works. That it's normal to be tired, broke, and dependent until retirement. But here's the truth. The rat race is optional, and you're watching this because you know that. Deep down, you feel it, that hunger, that frustration, that spark. You don't want just more money. You want more life, and that starts by taking action. So here's what I want you to do. Take one step today. Start learning, start saving, and start investing. Share this video with someone who needs to hear this. And hit subscribe, because this is just the beginning. At NovaWealth, we're building a new kind of freedom, one that's not handed to you, but earned by changing how you think, act, and grow. Leave a comment below. What's your first move toward financial freedom? And always remember, money isn't the goal. Freedom is. Money's just the tool. See you at the top.